94 between the black and amber men from Marshall, Naomh Eoin, and Parnells from Loughlin. Well, Naomh Eoin have played in 17 county finals, and today is their 18th, and having won 13, played in 10 in a row, won 7, and today going for 5 in a row, as last year they've made history by winning 4 in a row. And both we're waiting on Parnells to come out of the tunnel at the far side. The Naomh Eoin are out playing around the ball here, and it's a bit unusual to see Naomh Eoin the first out in the field, because usually they have the name of being last.
See Mickey Nolan there, Joe.
And Mickey Nolan coming over here now. They're coming over to have the photograph taken, and of course there's 2 men on today's team. That's Paddy Quirk and Mikey Nolan, and I think between them they have 22 senior medals, and that would be counting replays. And here comes Parnells in the red and white.
Give a big welcome to both teams for the senior hurling final, Parnells and Naomh Eoin.
In that red and white, and surely looking very fit, and a couple of little mascots out along with them there. I see Johnny Nevin there. Well, today are going for Naomh Eoin, going for their 3rd double, having won the minor senior in 78, 93, and today going for their 3rd. On the team today for Naomh Eoin, Ned Kavanagh and Christy Kinney, I think along with Michael Whalen, hold 3 minor hurling medals. And I think in there, while Parnells playing in their first ever senior county final, a new club that was only formed in 1979. They are the 13th club to appear here in the Carlow Senior Championship. Parnells, who have clashed with Naomh Eoin on many occasions, I think. In the league they have clashed on 9 occasions, and the Naomh Eoin I think come away winning 8 out of them 9 games. Photographs taken. There's a field, that's Paddy Dunphy, the referee for today's senior game, and Paddy, who comes from Carrigean in County Kilkenny on the borders of Waterford. Collision Piper's band striking up a few rousing tunes down under us here to the left. Paddy Quirk way out there. And of course Paddy and Mikey Nolan have 13 hurling medals to their credit. Nick Kavanagh and Nolan mentioned each reached double figures last year when winning their 10th. Noel Smithers is a holder of 8 medals, and Anthony Curry, Mick Sly and Tom Byrne each have 7. And indeed goalkeeper Thomas Byrne today is the team captain, and he holds the most unusual record. He is 10 years playing championship hurling, and in all 10 years has appeared in the final. He also holds the distinction of being the only man to line out in Carlow minor and senior finals on the one day, a feat he achieved in 1985. And the trainer will be out there, Seamus Murphy of the Naomh Eoin team. Carl McDonough there coming across with his camera from the Carlow Nationalist. And of course on the Naomh Eoin team today, Mick Sly and Des Murphy, I think they have scored the most scores from 7 games. Mick Sly, I think, is the holder with 46 points, while Des Murphy has 44.
Line out has selected on your programme. And starting with...
Well, as the parade starts with led by the Collision Pipers band coming in, up in front of the Thomas Lennon stand. Naomh Eoin in the black and amber next to the stand. And the captain of the Naomh Eoin team and goalie, Thomas Byrne. And in that 2 position, that man from Atlar is Ned Kavanagh, followed by Padder Jordan, the man from Michael. And wearing the number 4 jersey from Ardatton, that's Noel Smethers. Wearing number 17, the man from Straduff, James Nolan. And that tall man from Knockandrain, wearing number 6, is Kevin Nolan. And that little small man from Shangarry, number 7, Mickey Nolan. From Ardatton in the centre of the field, wearing number 8, Anthony Curry. And wearing number 9, that's Sean Foley from Garryhill. He's wearing number 5, Sean Foley with number 5. Number 10, that sharpshooter from Michael McSly. And the man with the beard from Newtown, number 11, is Paddy Quirk. And from Michael, number 12 is Kieran Jordan. And wearing number 9 is Derek Tracy, the man from Knocknanagad. And that big Des from Ballinree, Des Murphy, wearing number 14. And from St. Oliver's, number 15, that's John Byrne. Well, that's the Naomh Eoin line out as they parade away down to the far side over under the press stand. The crowd on the Thomas Lennon stand fairly well full to capacity, and especially with this kind of a hazy, rainy day, a lot of people in under the stand. And Parnells are playing from right to left. That's from the Castledermot in towards, down towards the factory end. And Naomh Eoin from the factory end on the left, playing up towards the Castledermot end. Well, there's a slight breeze that's blown just across the pitch. And there's the Collection Pipers band moving across here to down under the Thomas Lennon stand in a few moments. The people will rise for the playing of Naomh Eoin. Well, as the Collection Pipers band make their way off of the pitch, referee Paddy Dunphy away out there looking at his watch. The throw in at any moment, the 1994, and the throw in and the game is on. And Naomh Eoin get their stick to it, and it's picked up along and blocked down, coming into Paddy, and in along into Big Des Murphy trying to pick it up, and his foul. Free into Naomh Eoin. Mick Sly behind the ball. Can this be the first score for Michael? And Mick lifts it, Mick strikes, and Mick sends it over the bar. The first score of the game for Naomh Eoin. 1 point after 38 seconds gone. The start of this senior county final. Stephen Bambrick with the ball now for the puck out. And quite a long one from Stephen, certainly getting lots of height, dropping in around the centre of the field. Ball breaks loose, coming out along into Dermot Nolan. And Dermot hosted off the ball, the free down to Parnells from about 45 metres out. And that's Johnny Kavanagh, Johnny the sharpshooter, coming over to take this one. Johnny lifts, Johnny strikes, and Johnny sends it over the bar. And the sides are level. A minute and a half gone. 1 point each. Tom Byrne with the ball now, the puck out. And coming along, and it comes in along to Brian Lawler. Away down to the far side where Nicky Nolan gets his stick to it. The ball cut out along. Father Jordan cuts it up along for Naomh Eoin. Anthony Curry. Anthony gets it up along, was meant for Paddy Quirk, and it's back to Anthony Curry, and he sends it up along further for Naomh Eoin. Big Des Murphy coming in, misjudged it, and John Byrne coming in, and the ball coming out, and he cuts it over across, and he cuts it, and it's gone out for a 70. It went out there off of Phil Meany. Ball got out over for a 70, and Mick Sly walking over now to take the 70. And Mick sending this long one. Is he sending it over the bar? He sends it to the right of the goal post, and he sends it wide. Stephen Bambrick. Long one from Stephen, dropping in around the centre of the field. Up goes Brian Lawler with the hurl. The ball going out along Niall Bambrick. The captain is chasing it all the time. Goes over across to the far side. A foul. A foul on Naomh Eoin there, and the referee, Pat Dunphy, going over and having a word with Brian Lawler. Ciarán Jordan will take this one. Ciarán sends the long one, dropping in around the square, and Des Murphy is there, and he is held, and it's a free in. A free in to Naomh Eoin, dead straight in front of the goal, and up comes Mick Sly, number 10. And Mick lifts. And he sends it over the bar. That's the second score of the game for Naomh Eoin. 2 points to 1. 4 minutes gone. And Stephen Bambrick put the puck out a long one way over to the far side of the field. And it comes across where it was meant for Paddy Quirk, misjudged it into Dermot Nolan. And Dermot sending the long one down along for Parnells. And his ball blocked down, Scutch. Nolan coming in, but it's Brian Lawler who cuts it in. Out comes the goalie, Tom Byrne. And the ball gone over the line, and it's gone wide. Tom Byrne running up now with the ball for the puck out. Way over to the far side of the field, and Paddy Quirk kicks it out in front of him. Still chasing it, sending it up along the field, coming along to Big Des, and Big Des has gone through. Big Des has gone through, and he gets his foot to it, and he sends it to the right of the goal post, and he sends it wide. Oh, well, I'm sure Big Des must be disgusted there, because it looked as if a goal was written all over it. Brick now with the ball for the puck out, and quite a long one from Stephen, and the ball out further through, very close to the line, got over the line ball to Naomh Eoin, away down 35 metres out from their own goal, down under the Thomas Lennon stand. And James Nolan, James going over to take the line ball. It's a bad one from James, but into Anthony Curry, and Anthony has gone down injured, and I'm sure the referee will have a word there with one of the Parnell player. That's John Kavanagh. But Paddy Dunphy just standing back. I thought he was going to have a word there with Johnny Kavanagh. Anthony is up and he's all right. And James Nolan now with the long cut in. Ball breaks loose and Dermot Nolan tries to get his stick to it. Paddy Quirk cuts it in along. And it's going in where John Byrne. John tries to pick it up. It didn't come. He gets it again. He goes back. He's bottled up. And he gets his stick to it. And he's carried it too far. He's penalised. And John Byrne gone down there. But he's up. Having a word, Paddy Dunphy. And John Byrne, I think, is having a word with Paddy Dunphy, the referee, and pleading with him there. Well, John Byrne having attention there where he got a smack. He was lucky he was wearing his helmet. 2 points to 1 in favour of Naomh Eoin. 8.5 minutes gone. John Byrne is up and the free taken. And Parnells, who kick it out away down, and it's coming up along, racing out to it there, Phil Meany. And Phil being bottled up all the time, very close to the sideline, but he'll get his blocked down. He's gone over the line. It's a line ball to Naomh Eoin. Sean Foley cutting it in. And it comes into Phil Meany. And Phil gets his boot to it. He sends it down along. And it comes into Parnells and the short one cutting in along. Father Jordan, James Nolan is there. The ball breaks loose on the ground. And in comes Ned Kavanagh. And the ball coming out along where Sean Foley tries to pick it up and into Anthony Curry. Misjudged Mick Slay is there. Mick Slay tries to pick it up. Anthony Curry, they're all there. And there's a lot of pulling with the ball. I don't know where it is, but it's a free down to Parnells. And behind the ball is Johnny Kavanagh. And Johnny sends that high one. Is he sending it too much to the right? No, he sends it over the bar. Yes, it's over the bar. Another point for Parnells, the second point of the game for Parnells, and the sides are level after 10.5 minutes gone in the first half. And Tom Byrne with the puck out. The ball breaks loose over the far side to Paddy Quirk. And Paddy is sending a high one. It's coming in along where it breaks loose. Murphy is there. And in comes Dermot Nolan. Dermot sending it back down along where Anthony Curry tries to block it down. It goes in across to Johnny Carey. And away over along to the far side of the field, racing out to it there is Johnny Thompson. It's cut up along by Naomh Eoin, gone out over the line ball to Parnells, and going over the far side to take it is Phil Meany. And Phil Meany coming up now to take the line ball, and he cuts it a short one. Where the ball breaks loose, Father Jordan tries to keep it in play, went out over the line. It's a line ball to Parnells away over the far side of the field. And Brian Lawler will take this one. And a bad one coming in from Brian into Anthony Curry. Anthony tried to get the pass over for Mickey Nolan, but he sent it to the wrong man. Parnell sent it to the left of the goalpost, and it's gone wide. 12 minutes gone, and the sides are level at 2 points each. And Thomas Byrne now with the puck out. And Mixley comes, and Mixley shot blocked down there by Dermot Nolan, got out over the line, a line ball to Naomh Eoin. Mixley coming up for the line ball, and a bad one from Mike. And it goes up along and it goes out. Andy Curry misjudges in across there to Johnny Kavanagh. Coming up along to Sean Foley. Sean tries to get the ball out to this side to Mixley. And Mixley on the ground. But in comes Johnny Kavanagh. And Johnny is bottled up. And it's a free, and he carried it too far. He didn't try to play the ball. And a free up. And Johnny not giving that ball there to Mixley, and Mick with a big smile on his face. And Mick standing behind it. Mick lifts, Mick strikes, and Mick sends it too much to the right, and he sends it wide. Stephen Bambrick with the ball for the puck out. And the high ball dropping in around the centre of the field, and Kevin Nolan penalised there for his arm around one of the Parnell players, free down to Parnells. And Johnny lifts, Johnny strikes, and Johnny sends it over the bar to put Parnells in the lead. 14.5 minutes gone. There's 3 points to do in favour of Parnells. And the long puck out from Tom Byrne. Coming up along first, misjudged by Paddy Quirk. Kieran Jordan, Anthony Curry racing now after it. And the ball going across and into Parnells, and a solo run going away there for Niall Bambrick. And Niall loses the ball, and he goes back and he gets his stick to it, blocked down by James Nolan. Paddy Jordan cuts it out along. Racing out to it there is Ger Kavanagh. And Ger gets the ball and he sends it back in. A long one that's going across to the left of the goal post, and he sends it wide. And the ball brought down in the centre of the field by Brian Lawler. And a free down to Parnells. Johnny Nevin coming up to take this one. Well, we haven't seen much of Johnny so far in the game. And Johnny takes this one. He sends it a long one, but he sends it too much to the left of the goal post, and Johnny sends it wide. And the puck out from Tom Byrne away over to the far side of the field. Phil Meany. In comes Johnny Carey. Johnny gets it out across and into Niall Bambrick. Away over to the far side, Johnny Thompson has gone over the line. It's a line ball to Naomh Eoin. Kevin Nolan having a hurley replacement. Mickey Nolan behind the ball for this one. And Mikey's cut in. Oh, a bad one from Mike, and he's cut over the line. And it's a line ball to Naomh Eoin. Well, a good one from Mickey this time, coming up along. And it's cut over across for Des Murphy, but Johnny Nevin is very, very fast. So too is Big Des, but as Big Des might come away with it, he has it. He picks it up again. He's kind of bottled up, and he gets it over to Paddy Quirk. Paddy kind of bottled up. He carried it too far, but you don't carry too far with this referee. And the goalie coming out to take this one, Stephen Bambrick. The long one from Stephen. And the ball coming down along where Mickey Nolan. Mickey coming away with it, and he cuts it out along. That was meant for Mick Sly, but in comes Brian Lawler. Brian being bottled up there. It's back to Kevin Nolan. Kevin send it further up along the field. And Paddy Quirk penalised Naomh Eoin player there to free down the Parnells. Johnny Kavanagh. And the long one from Johnny. Is it between the bars? Yes, I think it is. Between the posts. Another point for Parnells. That's 4 points to 2. Just 19 minutes gone. And the puck out from Tom Byrne coming up along this side. And Dermot Nolan got his hand to it. Scutch is there. And he's chasing Johnny Kavanagh all the time. And Johnny ousted off of the ball. The ball cut out a bit, and it comes across where it's cut over along here by Sean Foley into Mick Sly, and Mick sends that long one for Naomh Eoin. Big Des Murphy is there, and Big Des blocks it down, and it comes along, and that's going in along to, and it's gone to the left of the goal post, and he sends it wide, Derek Tracy. .19.5 minutes gone. Stephen Bambrick now with the ball for the puck out. A long one and down to the far side. Ciarán Jordan blocks it down. The ball breaks loose, it's on the ground. And the referee blows his whistle. It's a free up to Naomh Eoin. Ciarán Jordan will take this one. And certainly a high one dropping in around the square. Des Murphy had it and dropped it. And it's cut out along to the far side. Paddy Quirk racing out to it. And Paddy has it. Paddy cutting it. Blocked down. He comes back and gets a second chance. John Byrne will put over the bar. No, he doesn't. Des Murphy sends it to the left of the goal post. The double strike, and he sends it wide. Stephen Bambrick now with the ball for the puck out. The long one from Stephen. Kevin Nolan tries to get his hand to it. The ball breaks loose and it's a free up to Naomh Eoin. Sean Foley. And Sean, oh, a bad one from Sean. Going to Paddy Quirk. And Paddy sends it over across to Mick Sly. And Mick will send this one. He sends it, yes, I think he sends it over. No, too much to the left of the goal post. And he sends it wide. Well, quite a lot of wides coming from Naomh Eoin. Certainly not much life in this game of Stephen Bambrick waiting for the ball for the puck out. And a bad one coming from Stephen. Paddy Quirk misjudged it, coming into Mick Sly. And Mick Sly picks it up, and Mick going down a bit of a solo win. Chased all the time, he gets his stick to it, and he sends it to the right of the goal post, and again, Mick sends it wide. Well, there's certainly a lot of chances thrown away here. .22 minutes gone. And the puck out from Stephen Bambrick. The ball brought down in the centre. Anthony Curry came nipping in there trying to pick it up. But it's a free up to Naomh Eoin. What happened I didn't see, but he's penalising one of the Parnell players. And Mick Sly going back to take this one, and Mick... Can he put this one over? Well, this one looks to be dropping in around the square. This big Des Murphy broke it down. And it's coming into Phil Meany. And Phil robbed of the ball as in comes Kieran Jordan. Des Murphy is there, the ball got out over the line. It's a line ball, I think, to Naomh Eoin, or it could be a throw-in ball. Yes, it will be a throw-in ball. Kieran Jordan there beside Phil Meany. And Paddy Quirk is in there. Is that her big Des is trying to pick it up, but it's not coming. And there's somebody trying to scoop it up. And the referee is a throw-in ball. And Kieran Jordan, who picks it up, and he's gone out over the line, and he's a line ball to Parnells away over about 30 metres out from the wrong goal, the far side of the field. Mick Sly going over to take this one. Mixing this one in, and it's well caught, and it's cut over across into Anthony Curry, who breaks it down, comes back and he picks it up, and he takes on this block down again, and the ball cut out along, and it's in where Parnells pick it up and send it down along the field, send it out over the line. It's a line ball to Naomh Eoin. 25 minutes gone. James Nolan coming over to take the line ball. 4 points to do. And a bad one from James. Anthony Curry. The ball got out over the line, and this is a line ball to Parnells. Coming down to take this one, that's Mick Roach. And Mick Roach cuts it down, a short one. Anthony Curry, who comes away with it. And Anthony cuts it up along, in and on to Dermot Nolan. And the ball coming out along to this side of the field. And in across to Johnny Carey. Johnny got out over the line. It's a line ball to Naomh Eoin. It looks a Naomh Eoin ball. And James Nolan again behind this one, and he wanted to do better than last time. Yes, a better one from James this time. And coming in, that's Derek Tracy. Sean Foley is there. And there's a bit of a stalemate. They're on pulling Kieran Jordan. Kieran Jordan gets it over across the field, out along to the far side to Mick Sly. And Mick shot blocked down. And in comes Kieran Jordan again, and he sends it a lovely one, but he sends it over the bar. A lovely point coming in from Kieran Jordan. 27 minutes gone. Now it's 4 points to 3 in favour of Parnells. Stephen Bamrick with the ball, put the puck out. And the high ball from Stephen. And the ball, Anthony Curry, who got the ball, he was fouled, and it's a free up to Naomh Eoin. And Sean Foley, I think, will take this one. And Sean, think certainly a high one from Sean. And big Des Murphy is in there with the hand, but he misjudged that one. And he's going back again. He tries to pick it up. He does. He gets it over across to John Byrne. Must be there. Yes, a goal! A goal for Naomh Eoin. John Byrne, the number 15. A lovely pass from Des Murphy to John Byrne, and the ball in the back of the net. 28 minutes gone, the ball poked out. Kieran Jordan tries to block it down. In Filmini. And Filmini coming away with it. And Fennell doing a bit of a solo run. And now he sends the ball in around the square. Oh, this is a dangerous one. They're all in it. Thomas Byrne, the goalie, is there. Oh, it must be in the back of the net. It looks very like it. It's very close to it. It's cut out to the right of the goal post. And it's cut out across to number 11, Niall Bambury. And he gets a shot and he sends it over the bar, a point for Parnells. Well, there was a lot of tussle around that goal mouth, and it looked as if the ball was going to be in the back of the net any moment. But the ball cleared out into Niall Bambury and over the bar, a point for Parnells. That's 5 points to 3 in favour of Naomh Eoin. 29 minutes gone. And Thomas Byrne with the puck out. Paddy Quirk tries to block it down. And it comes across into Sean Foley. And Johnny Carey is fouled, and it's a free down to Parnells. And Johnny Nevin behind this one. One 3 to 5 points. That's 6 points to 5. 1 point between them. As Johnny sends this one in, it's dropping in around the square. A dangerous ball. And Tom Byrne comes away with it. And Tom Byrne, ball gone out for the 70. Kavanagh, who's coming back up to take this one. And Johnny can equalise this time with this one. This long one. Is it too much to the right of the goal post? I think it is, and it's gone wide. .30.5 minutes gone. 1 3 to 5 points, 1 point between them. Tom Byrne with the ball now for the puck out, the long one from Tom, dropping away over the far side of the field. Kieran Jordan kind of blocks it down. And it's coming along. Sean Foley cuts it up along. And big Des Murphy is out and he misjudged it. And it's in along to Derek Tracy. And Derek, it's there! A goal from Derek Tracy. He tried to pick it up, it wouldn't come. He got his stick to it. And the goalie, I thought he should have saved that one. But the ball from Derek Tracy in the back of the net. Just listen to the Naomh Eoin supporters. We make it a blow, the whistle of the ball down into the centre of the field. And Johnny Carey has fouled a free down. And Johnny Kavanagh going over to take this one, and Johnny surely will put it over the bar. That's 9 points to 5 in favour of Naomh Eoin. We make it 31 minutes gone. And Johnny sends this one, quite a long one, but he sends it too much to the right of the goal post, and Johnny sends the second one wide. And there's the half-time whistle. And score, the half-time score, 1 3 to 5 points in favour of Naomh Eoin. 2-3, that's 9 points to 5, 4 points between them. While the trainer of the Naomh Eoin team down there, and they're all huddling around them, the Collection Pipers band are playing a lovely selection down under us here in the Thomas Lennon stand. While the rain kind of drizzling down, it's not that great pleasant day that we'd like to see here in Dr. Cullen Park. And the crowd has well somewhat from the minor match.
Also next on that, we have the Junior Football Championship A final. Loughlin Bridge
and
the Fighting Cock.
The hill to my right here, you can see the big crowd that's after coming in for the senior match.
Is at 2 p.m.
I see Joe Deacon there and his wife.
And in the Junior Football Championship A final,
Pat Cabnan
versus the Fighting Cocks at 3:30.
Quite a lot of the Naomh Eoin supporters. I see Ger Foley down there all the way from England over for the match. Ger wearing the cap here today, and the match on the side of the mouth there, and I'm sure he has a few pound in Naomh Eoin if I know Ger.
And in the All-Ireland Camogie final, Kilkenny holding on to a 1-point lead.
one of the great Marshall supporters down there, the man that is a bicycle mechanic. That's Peter Robertson, his wife Sally down under us here. Well, you can see the Thomas Lennon stand now. The people have really moved in here as the rain started to come down, and it's still starting to come down here now. I see Mrs. Dunn up there smiling with me, and Ted Butler looking he's not happy there. I think he's looking over at cattle in the far field for the mart tomorrow. And the throw in and the game is on. And Naomh Eoin, it's Paddy Quirk who sends the ball down along the field. And it's gone very greasy now with that bit of a shower, and it's into Sean Foley. No, that's Derek Tracy. He lost his stick and he gets his foot to it. But the referee is calling back the play, and it's a free up to Parnells. And the long one coming up, and it's cut up further for Parnells, and 13 racing out to it. That's Johnny Thompson, and the ball cut up across to the far side to Johnny Kavanagh, and Johnny now cutting that one in across the goal mouth, and he cuts it over the bar. And Tom Byrne now with the puck out. Down along where Johnny Nevern is chasing it with Paddy Quirk. And then comes number 12 is Kieran Jordan. And it's Johnny Nevern who comes away with the ball, and it's Paddy Quirk again. Knocks him off of the ball. He tries to get out across, and his cut still coming away with the ball. And he cuts it up along, and it's coming in there to John Thompson. And John sending this one up along. Ned Kavanagh racing out to it, cuts it down along, and it's in across to Pather Jordan, and Pather clearing it for Naomh Eoin. Down along into Kieran Jordan, and Kieran sending her way out along to the far side into Anthony Curry. Anthony gets his stick to it, sends it further down along Des Murphy, and Des gets it. Des sending it across. Yes, he sends it over the bar. Another point for Naomh Eoin. 2-4 to 6 points. Des Murphy the scorer. The ball away up into the centre of the field where Mick Sly is tussling away over there. Mick Nolan in trying to pick it up. Ger Kavanagh tries to cut it out along. And the ball cut down along further. And it's cut off across where Des Murphy shoots it over across and into John Byrne. And John Byrne now from an angle has blocked down and comes into Johnny Nevin. And Johnny loses the ball, and the ball breaks loose on the ground. Trying to pick it up over there is James Nolan. Des Murphy is there, and the referee is going over. It'll probably be a throw-in ball, or it could be. Yes, the referee is the ball. Paddy Dumphy going to throw it in. And Brian Lawler. And away comes Anthony Curry. Anthony gets his boot to it. And Paddy Quirk. That's into Sean Foley. And Paddy Quirk tries to pick it up, misjudged it. And away comes Dermot Nolan. And the ball coming up along, and that's into Mick Sly. And Mick sending over across to Kevin Nolan. And Kevin sending a long one, dropping in around the goal mouth. And it's into Big Des Murphy. He's bottled up. He tries, he's a penalty. Yes, Big Des gets a penalty. Big Des was bottled up and held, and a penalty to Naomh Eoin. And who's going to take this one? Just 4 minutes gone. 2-4 to 6 points. And is it Des himself is coming up to take it? The penalty. Mick behind the ball. Mick lifts. Mick will run. He fell it low. Yes, there! Yes, it's there. Mixley, the penalty, the ball in the net. And just 5 minutes gone into second half, and that penalty scored by Mixley. 3-4 to 6 points, and the ball coming up along. And the ball blocked out for Kieran Jordan. Comes in, but away goes Johnny Carey. And Johnny sending the ball away over to the far side. James Knoll come nipping in there, tries to get it up. It goes across the far side to Brian Lawler. And Anthony Curry is there, so too is Niall Bambrick. And the ball being coming out along with Danny. Danny Quirk gets it out. And the ball gone out over the line. It's a line ball to Naomh Eoin. £13 to 6 in favour of Naomh Eoin. Mixley behind the ball for the line ball. And Mick is walking away, and over goes James Nolan. And James cuts it down along, and it goes across where it's added to and sent further down along the field. Des Murphy scoops it out, and Des is going through, and he's going to pull, and is blocked down by the goalie, Stephen Bambrick. And the ball coming back out for a 70 as Stephen Bambrick scooped the ball out over the line, and Mixley will take this one. 7 minutes gone. And mixing that long one. Is it too much to the left of the goal post, and Mick sends it wide. And the long puck out from Stephen Bambrick away over to the far side of the field, where the ball blocked down, and James Nolan tries to get his stick to it, but in comes Brian Lawler, and a cut across into Ned Kane, who is cutting it across, and it comes along Johnny Thompson, is cut down by Noel Smethers and Kieran Jordan. The ball into Phil Meany, and Phil hoisted off of the ball. He tries to pick it up, and in comes the referee. It's a free up to Parnells. A foul there on Phil Meany. And Johnny Kavanagh coming over to take this one. And Johnny sends a long one, and he sends it over the bar, all the way from Johnny. $3-4 to 7 points in favour of Naomh Eoin. 8.5 minutes gone. Thomas Byrne with the ball now for the puck out. The ball dropping away over the far side where Anthony Curry blocks it down. Brian Lawler is penalised as referee up the Parnells. He's fouled. Johnny Kavanagh. Johnny sending that long one over the bar. Another point for Parnells, the second point in the second half. That's 3-4 to 8. That's 13 points to 8 in favour of Naomh Eoin. And the high one dropping. Kieran Jordan sends it down, a love well held, going in along, and away comes Dermot Nolan. And Phil Meany playing a great game for Parnells, get that ball up along. Noel Smithers who cuts it over along. And Johnny Kavanagh going through. And a free in to Parnells for the foul on Johnny Kavanagh as he was going through. And this certainly must be over the bar if he doesn't decide to go for a goal. And John Thompson is down injured down under us. Is up, even though they brought in the stretcher. I think John is not going to go on that one. He seems to be a little bit dazed. They're pleading with Johnny to lie down on that stretcher, but I think John is not going to lie down. Yes, he has decided, yes. And Johnny is going off the Parnell team. And it's out for a goal, and it was blocked down. And Anthony Curry comes in. And the ball coming out along to this side. And it's gone out over the line. It's a line ball to Parnells. 30 metres out down unders here, this side of the field. And John Thompson now being carried off.
Niall Jordan replaces John Thompson on the Parnells team.
And Niall Bambrick now behind the ball for the to go in the line ball. Oh, bad one from Niall. And Kieran Jordan. And it comes across and into Brian Lawler. Along by Anthony Curry, and John Byrne breaks it down. It goes into Johnny Carey, free up to Parnells. We make it 14 minutes gone. And Niall has walked away, and over comes Johnny Kavanagh. And Johnny surely will put this one over the bar. He sends it a long one, and he sends it over the bar. Yes, another point for Parnells from Johnny Kavanagh. Narrowing the gap all the time. That's 13 points to 9. 4 points between them. And Tom Byrne with the ball now for the puck out. Dropping in around the centre of the field where Paddy Quirk goes up with the hand, he blocks it down, and it goes into Niall Bambrick. And Niall carries it too far, he's penalised, it's free down to Naomh Eoin. And Kieran Jordan will take this one. And Kieran sends it quite a long one. And Des Murphy get it over to Paddy Quirk, and Paddy's going to low, and the goalkeeper Stephen Bambrick clears it out along to the far side. Derek Tracy is there, and Derek will cut it back in. It's a long one coming over along this side of the field to Kieran Jordan, and Kieran bottled up, but he gets his stick to it, he cuts it in. And now comes the goalie, but it's gone too much to the right of the goal post, and he's gone wide. And the puck out from Stephen Bambrick. And Kieran Jordan had it in his hand, and it dropped. And it's cut out along into Anthony Curry, and Anthony sent a long one down. And Des Murphy chasing it. And Des Murphy cuts it in across, and it's gone to barely to the left of the goal post and gone wide. Up with the hand, and Anthony gets it. Anthony kicks it. It's coming over along where Sean Foley misjudged it. Coming into John Byrne. And John getting it over across to Paddy Quirk. And Paddy sending in a long one. The ball well held by Parnells. And it's coming out across to this side. And cut out along, and it's gone out a line ball to Naomh Eoin. Seventeen and a half minutes gone, 3-4 to 9 points. Mick Sly. And Mick cuts in the line ball, quite a nice one coming in from Mick. Des Murphy is up and he's brought down. He tries to get the ball over across into Anthony Curry. Anthony loses the ball coming out along. And away comes Parnells with the ball coming out across to Mick Sly. And the ball pulled down and coming across into. Cut down along where one of the Parnell players has gone down. And the referee over there and it comes out along to this side to Parnells, and that's Johnny Kavanagh, and Johnny sends this one into Noel Smethers, who sends it back down for Naomh Eoin. And Paddy Quirk, and it comes into Mick Sly, and the long one from Mick Sly. Des Murphy will be up with a big hand. The ball scooped out and cut out along, coming out along to Johnny Nevin, and Johnny will send the long one up along for Parnells, and it's into Noel Smethers, and well held by Noel. Noel is battled up, but he gets his boot to it, and it's come along into Kieran Jordan, and Kieran battled up, but he gets his stick to it, and he sends it down along, coming into Sean Foley. Oh, the Lord God, a wide swing from from Sean Foley, and a terrible lot of pulling here, but it's pulled this time by Brian Lawler up along Noel Smethers, and then his shot blocked down, and that's cut over across for Pather Jordan, and Pather getting over across to Mick Sly. Mick Sly sends it down along for Naomh Eoin, and the Smiths judge there and into John Byrne, and John Byrne now going on a solo run. He's battled up and he gets it over across, trying to find Des Murphy, and the ball out along where it's coming out across and into Brian Lawler. Brian sends it over across to the far side of the field. Mick Sly is there for Naomh Eoin, and now Mick sends a long one in across where John Byrne puts up his hand. He comes into Parnells, Phil Meany, and Phil sends the long one up along. Pather Jordan is coming down with a hand up, and Pather has it. Pather gets it out along to the brother Kieran, cuts it over across to the far side where Mick Sly, Anthony Curry racing out to it, and Anthony will keep it in play, and he gets away on a bit of a solo run, and Anthony kicking it in, and in comes the goalie, Stephen Bambrick. Stephen getting out across to this side of the field. Phil Meany is there, and Phil coming away with the ball on one of his solo runs, and he loses the ball. He's hoisted off the ball into Kieran Jordan. The referee blows his whistle, and a free up to Parnells. .21.5 minutes gone. 3-4 to 9 points. That's 13 points to 9. 4 points between them. Phil Meany. Phil's in the hub. Kieran Jordan is there. Sends it back down along, but there's no one there for Naomh Eoin, but Parnells is there. Knocked off of the ball. And Paddy Quirk is there. Gets it out along. Johnny Nevin is there. Johnny tries to pick it up. It doesn't come. And he's fouled, and it's a free up to Parnells. The ball back up along to Johnny Carey. Johnny sending it back to Johnny Kavanagh, and Johnny will take this one, and Johnny surely will put this one over the bar. And Johnny sends that long one. Will it be too much to the left, or is it dropping? Oh, it's a dangerous ball dropping in around the square, cut out along by Anthony Curry. Away out to the far side, with it very close to the line. Racing out to it there is Danny Quirk, and Danny keeps it in play, coming back in with the ball. He's loosed it off of the ball, but in comes Niall Bambrick, and the ball into number 6, and that's Kevin Nolan. Kevin sends it down along and in along to Dermot Nolan, and Dermot shot it. Is coming in along, and it's a dangerous one, but Mickey Nolan is there, and Mickey sends it away out along to the far side, and that's going in across to Johnny Carey, and Johnny tries to get it in, but Mickey Nolan is there, and it's a free in. Penalised Mickey Nolan for the foul, and it's a free in to Parnells. And Johnny Kavanagh Johnny surely might try a low one this time. No, Johnny sends it over the bar to narrow the gap. That's 3-4 to 10 pints. 3 pints between them. 24 minutes gone. Tom Byrne with the ball now for the puck out and then sends it down along. There's a Smith's judgment. It comes into Paddy Quirk and he drops it. And it goes across into Ger Kavanagh. Ger sends this one up along. And it comes along to Pather Jordan. Pather sends it down along. And it comes across and into Dermot Nolan. And Dermot hosted off of the ball by Anthony Curry. And the ball into Johnny Kavanagh. And Johnny bottled up by James Nolan, but he still has the ball and he gets his stick to it. And it's blocked down by Noel Smethers. And coming across, and this can be, yes, he sends it to the right of the goal post and he sends it wide. For 1 minute I thought it was over the bar, but no, he sends it wide. 3-4, 3 pints between them, 25 minutes gone. And Tom Byrne now with the ball for the puck out. And that long one from Tom dropping in around the centre of the field. And Paddy Quirk tries to pick it up. Paddy Quirk has it. And Paddy going on one of his solo runs. And Paddy's shot blocked down, but he goes back again and he gets it. And he sends this long one. This will be over the bar. A lovely point there from Paddy Quirk. That's 3-5 to 10. Stephen Bambrick now with the puck out. And Kieran Jordan is there. And the long one from Kieran Jordan. Down along where John Byrne blocks it down. Johnny Meany comes nipping in. Paddy Quirk is there too. Hosted off of the ball. Paddy Quirk gets it. He sends it out across to Mick Sly. And Mick Sly gets his shot to it. He sends it along when that's going in. But out comes Stephen Bambrick. And Stephen is coming away with the ball. And he gets it over across to Johnny Nevin. And Johnny sends a long one. And the ball breaks in to Niall Bambrick. And Niall gets it out across. Mickey Nolan kind of breaks it up. The ball breaks loose on the ground. And it's coming into that sub. And it's coming into Pather Jordan the back. And Pather gets it out along to the far side. And it comes up along and into Sean. That's Derek Tracy. And it's over along to John Byrne. So too is Des Murphy is there. And he's gone off the ball. It's a free into Naomh Eoin, a foul on John Byrne. 26 minutes gone. 4 points between them. And Mick Sly coming over to take the free.
Noel Minchin is back on the field.
And Noel Minchin coming in on the Naomh Eoin team, number 13. Noel Minchin is coming in. And Derek Tracy, I think, is coming off the Naomh Eoin team. No, Sean Foley is coming off. And Noel Minchin has gone in.
Noel Minchin replaces Sean Foley on the Naomh Eoin team.
And Mick Sly with this one, and Mick sending it over the bar. Another point for Naomh Eoin. And 5 points between the teams. 27.5 minutes gone. And the long puck out. Away down along, and it comes in for Mickey Nolan. Is trying to pick it up. Mickey is down. He's trying to pick it up, and it comes across and into Dermot Nolan. And Dermot Nolan across into Johnny Carey. And Johnny a short one. And up across and into Brian Lawler. And Brian Lawler shot quite a long one. It's coming in, but Noel Smethers is there and he kicks it out along. And Derek Tracy is there. The ball cut out along this time. In across to Phil Meany. And Mick Sly is there. And Phil gets his shot. And Phil sends it over the bar. Another point for Parnells. 28 minutes gone. 4 points between them. And a sub coming in on the Parnell team. And that's number 21, Seamus Hayden, is in on the Parnells, and I don't know who's going off. And Thomas Byrne now with the ball for the puck out. And that long one from Tom Byrne, oh, certainly getting high. Dropping down in under his hair. Has blocked down and the ball gone over the line. It's a line ball to Parnells.
Naomh Eoin ball.
It's a Naomh Eoin ball that went out off a Parnells man. I thought it was gone out off a Naomh Eoin. It's a Naomh Eoin ball and over comes Mick Slifer to take the line ball. And a lovely one from Mick, cutting it down along. Big Des Murphy is there. And Des cuts it, he cuts it too much to the left of the goal post and he sends it wide. 29 minutes gone. And the ball coming out along to this side. And Derek Tracy misjudges it, but he cuts it out along to Kieran Jordan. And Kieran sends that long one over to the far side. And Minchin is there, and Minchin sends that lovely one, and he sends it over to the right of the goal post. He sends it wide. Stephen Bambrick now with the ball for the puck out. Stephen sends the high one. Kevin Nolan has a hand up. Kieran Jordan is there. He's brought down, it's a free down to Naomh Eoin. And we make it full time. Three, 6 to 11 points, that's 15 to 11. And Naomh Eoin on their victory to the double. And 5 in a row. The ball away out for John Byrne. Gets it into Paddy Quirk. Paddy turns left and right, he gets his stick to his block down. It comes along into Big Des Murphy. Big Des sends it in across and the ball loosed it out. Breaks loose, it's on the ground. Noel Minchin is trying to cut it out along. It comes in along and it comes into Dermot Nolan. Dermot sending it over along. Chasing out to it there is Mick Sly. And the ball in along, Kieran Jordan racing after it. And the ball coming up along. And that's into Jer Kavanagh. And the ball cut down along Paddy Quirk. Over across into Brian Lawler. And Brian cuts it. Shot blocked down by Mickey Nolan. And Mickey shot on the ground, cut down along Big Des Murphy racing into it. And Big Des is chased with the ball, the foul, and it's a free up to Parnells. And time has certainly gone over the full time according to our clock as Stephen Bambury comes out with the ball. And I think the referee says it's all over. And the referee waving on the play, but he'll blow the full-time whistle. And it's coming up along and out along. And it's coming into the sub. That's Seamus Hayden. And the ball cut over across to the far side. Chasing out to it is Ned Kane, Father Jordan, Ned Kavanagh. And in across to Derek Tracy. Derek a long one, sends it down along. John Byrne is there, blocks it down. Johnny Meany comes nipping in. And the ball cut over across and it's coming in across to Johnny Carey. And Johnny dropped the ball. Anthony Carey comes in and he picks it up. Anthony is bottled up. And in comes Paddy Quirk. And Paddy gets his stick to it, sends a long one down a long time to find Des Murphy. Des is there. And Des sends it. He sends it to the right of the goalpost and he sends it wide. Well, Niall sending the hen along. And this one coming in along as Niall Bambrick is foul. And it's a free in to Parnells. Well, certainly the referee is playing extra time. And they'll go for a goal. Yeah, and it was saved. And Mickey Nolan cuts it out along. And number 14, Nick Kane, tries to get his stick to it. Noel Smathers is there. And it's all over. And Naomh Eoin have won 5 in a row. And they have gained the double. And now you can hear the Naomh Eoin supporters. And they're gone wild with the light. As Naomh Eoin have achieved the history by making 5 in a row. And today going home with the double, the minor and the senior. How you done? Oh God, I hate to drop it. Well done. Congratulations, Derek. Congratulations, son.
Come on, Joe. Thank you.
Good hard game.
Hard game.
Yeah, great game.
Come on, Joe. That's the stuff.
Fan Anthony.
Thanks very much, Joe.
Congratulations.
Great stuff, boy.
Come on, John. How you know? Had a good bit overtime. There was injuries though when your man was there on the stretcher. Good man, Mickey. Congratulations, Mickey.
Thank you.
I would like to congratulate Naomh Eoin on the double today, the winning the minor and the senior. And the second count, I'd like to congratulate him on their 5 in a row. I think they certainly showed the true spirit of Naomh Eoin today in both minor and senior. And I think they will continue for a long time to be the kingpins of hurling in Carlow. What can I say to Parnells? For a number of years now they have tried hard to get to a final. Now they have reached the final and broken the ice. I sincerely hope that they will be back again in the near future to contest another senior championship. So hard luck to Parnells, and I look forward to seeing you back again. That I haven't said already, they certainly show a great Harry spirit, and it comes out every final that they play in. Their support is always 100%. And I sincerely with the county team, and that in the near future Carlow can move forward and take their place in Leinster. I will not hold you any longer.
I'd just like to say, it's a great honour for me to come out here as captain of Naomh Eoin. They're a great crowd of lads. We worked hard during the year and we were deserved in the end. I'd just like to say that the likes of Nicky Nolan and Paddy Quirk and these lads, when I was here in 78 I wasn't that height off the ground. And now I'm here today and I'm captain along with these lads. That's something brilliant, unbelievable. I'd just like to say a great thanks to those lads for their effort and for their commitment, and to the rest of the lads also. I'd like to thank our trainer, Seamus Murphy. He's here for the last 5 years, and no better job would you ask of a trainer. He's there day in, day out. He's always on to someone. And he really gets the best out of us, and it's really showing today. To our selectors as well, Willie Hughes, well, what can I say about Willie? He's everywhere. He's driving for Atmore every day of the week, and he's always there with us. The only thing we find difficult about Willie is getting a few hurling balls every now and again. But it's great. The selectors done their job there today, and are really showing as well to make the changes when necessary. I'd just like to say to Parnells, They're a great team. They really showed there today that they have the hurling and they have the skills to compete with the best in Carlow. And I know that they will be back again next year. And I just like to say 3 cheers for Parnells. Hip hip, hooray! Hip hip! Hip hip!
As they come down the steps of the Thomas Lennon stand, the captain Thomas Byrne with the cup. And Thomas has not finished preaching yet.
I just like to say, we have the best supporters in the county. And you go always that way, and you'll be back again.
Tom, a word of thanks to his supporters there and the followers from Marshall. And Big Des showing a little bit of a red scar on his forehead there. It is coming down. Sean Foley, Noel Smethers, Mick Sly, Paddy Quirk, the full backman Pather Jordan, Mickey Nolan, and Ned Kavanagh showing a little drop of blood there running down the middle of the nose and along his cheek. Noel mentioned. Kevin Owen, a little bit of blood in the jersey there, maybe a sweat. John Byrne showing a little bit of blood into the left eye. Anthony Curry. Here on the Thomas Lennon stand for Pat Costello from CKR is doing an interview here with the chairman and the captain of Naomh Eoin with Kieran Jordan and Noel Smethers.
Clem. Clem. In a crowded stand. Park where I'm nearly have been beaten up by a number of players here who are sitting freezing here in the cold and rain. But I have a couple of happy players with me, Clem. I have the captain of Naomh Eoin, that's Tom Byrne. Tom, the goalkeeper and captain, congratulations. You were made fight all the way.
Oh yes, we knew coming into this game it was going to be very difficult. We knew Parnells, that's the first time there, and they'd have a great spirit and they'd be there or thereabouts.
Now the goals just before half time, they really set you up for the victory.
Well, it got us off to a great start. As it turned out, that one just on half time, it really was a killer to Parnells.
But they certainly came back at you the second half, and were you worried?
We were worried, yes, but we never lost heart. We knew that they would come back at us. Any team that has a bit of heart would start off the second half in a good manner anyhow. But we fought back with them and we stayed there and we got the vital scores across there.
And one of those vital scores was just 5 minutes from the end when that famous man Paddy Quirk got through for the point. That was really lifted the siege for you.
Well, it was outstanding. Paddy, he's a great man. He's a great man to pick a ball, and he's definitely a great man to take a score. And he showed there today when we needed that score, he put it over the bar.
Now I'm also here joined by Noel Smithers, cornerback. Noel, you saw plenty of the action today, especially in the second half.
Yeah, in the second half we were under pressure already in the last 20 minutes, but we said at half time if we didn't concede any goals that we'd definitely beat Parnells, and the goal Derek Tracy got just before half time was a great boost to us, and Paddy got a great score near the end there and it lifted the siege again.
And then the goal at the start of the second half from the penalty, that really put the icing on the cake, I suppose.
Yeah, it's great when you get a boost like that just after half time, either a point or a goal, when you're in command. So to give great heart to the team. And well, Naomh Eoin going out today, we conceded a good few scores in the semi-final, and we decided going out that we were nowhere we were going to concede goals today, and we didn't concede any goals, thanks be to God.
They threw everything at you near the end there, but you kept them out.
That's right. We were under pressure already, but like every man had a job to do, and everybody stuck to his task very well. And the half-forward line there, mixed line, the lads came back up the field and they got a good few balls, breaking balls, And most of the breaks today now came our way in the second half, and we're glad that they did,
And Kieran Jordan, who had been with us for a while, but he couldn't wait any longer, Clem. He had to go for a smoke. He came back into your own half-back line and cleared a lot of ball near the end.
Yeah, he cleared a lot of ball in the end, and a lot of breaks came out from the full-back line, and Parnells had a lot of pressure on, and they got a few frees, and they went for goals from a couple of them, and they were saved, And it's maybe if they had, in hindsight, if they had taken points, maybe it would have changed the game a bit, but they went for the goals and they were saved, and it happens on the day, it's all on the day, and Parnells played very well in their first final, and I'm sure that they'll be back because they're after being in four semi-finals, I think, there now, in the last 4 years,
Will you be back? You've done, what, about 10 championship medals now at this stage. Will you be back again? Still hungry?
Another 10 7.
I'll tell you next June or July.
Tom, what about you? You now, that was your, what, 8th title, was it?
8th title, yeah. It's great. It's a great feeling, especially to do 5 in a row. It's unbelievable. We thought it would never happen, and it has. And that we may go on and collect another 5.
Well, congratulations to both players now. I'm now joined by one of the selectors and indeed the chairman of the club, Willie Eustace. Willie, double today, happy man.
Very happy, Pat. It's a great honour for any club to go out and win minor and senior. Probably more important to see the minor to win, because as the minors are the future of the club.
Now, there were some great minors there, the Slies and the Foleys. They certainly put up great performances.
They have. It's one of the finest minor teams I think we've had down the years. We always had a few good individuals down the years, like playing minor, and we never seem to have as many coming together. This is a great bunch of players altogether. Most of them are minor again next year.
Your ability to score goals both in the minor match and in the senior match, that really told the difference in the end.
That did. The minor games, that's what you're talking about now, Pat.
Both games.
Yeah, well, the minor in particular there, there's some very skillful players there. Robert Foley, Mihal, Sly. Very skillful players and great finishing by both of them.
Players of the future. Thank you very much indeed, Willie Eustace. Well, another man joining me now is the trainer of this double winning team, I suppose you can call the 5th in a row. That's Seamus Murphy. Seamus, congratulations. Great performance by the lads in the end. They had to fight all the way.
Thanks very much, Pat. Yes, they certainly had to fight all the way. It was, I don't think, coming into this game, it was never going to be easy. We were tagged as fairly hot, warm favourites, and I think we had a fair bit of a problem protecting the players from that kind of media and our own supporters. A lot of them were convinced that we could win that game fairly easily. But when you go on to win any championship, you don't win any one of them easy, and I think this team knows well enough over the last 5 years now that we won no county final easy. Yeah,
there were rumours that the question was asked after the semi-final, would we have a county final at all? That was very unfair on Parnells.
That's right. I think like our backs were to the wall in the semi-final, and we had a lot of problems throughout the year. I never saw as many injuries in my term with Naomh Eoin, and we definitely weren't half fit actually going out to play Carlow Town in the semi-final, because our training was totally unbalanced. Some fellas weren't able to sprint or do anything 2 weeks prior to that, and in that match we were short 2 players that were injured, and we introduced one of them. But definitely, on that day our backs were to the wall, and this Michael team has the character, and on that day I was convinced that we could come up with the goods, although we were hampered by injuries.
Now, the big long ball into Des Murphy worked a treat. He was involved in all the goals. Seems the right thing to do, but was it a deliberate policy?
Oh yes, it was. That's part of our play at the moment. He's a big man in there. He's good left and a good right, and if we can get in a quick ball and kind of keep the cornerbacks from closing them out, he'll do the business. 5
in a row. What about 6?
Well, it's not something we'll have to celebrate now and sit down the team and myself and the officials of the club and see where we're going. But certainly, I think last year I had doubts about training the team, and because it's getting hard for me. At this stage, lads know me too well, and it's finding it hard to get some of them. But I think when I came back in for this year, I'd say we're all going to die together.
He says that tongue in cheek. Seamus Murphy, thank you very much. Seamus Murphy there, one of the trainers, or the trainer of Naomh Eoin, the champions. Willie Eustace even, Clem was talking to us earlier, and we talked to Noel Smithers and Tom Byrne, the captain of the team. Tommy Murphy has just handed me something here. He asked you to play a request for Mrs. Foley of Ahabeg and Mrs. Moore of Knockdrimna, is that right? 2 great people. Mrs. Foley is the grandmother of Sean, Robert, TJ, Niall, Dermot and Ger Foley, and indeed we saw some of them in action today. So that's it, Clem, from a very wet Dr. Cullen Park. An excellent finish to the game, and thank you to all the Naomh Eoin players. Perhaps when we get down to the dressing rooms we might get a chance to talk to 1 or 2 of the Parnell people, but for the moment, Arash Dits, it's your Clem.
Our final coverage of the senior hurling final here in the Dr. Cullen Gaelic Ground, and the final score here in Dr. Cullen Gaelic Ground was Naomh Eoin 3 goals and 6 pints, Parnells
Hi, Hilary.
I'm the first on the video.
Oh, that'd be lovely.
How are you?
Fire up, Artie there, fire up! James Murphy. Come on, James.
See that the ball roll. Come on. You could lamb rabbits for that night. What's the job? Start the ball roll. Come on. Up there. You up there, Seamus? Ah, Seamus, get up there. Oh, well done.
And as the old chicken, I asked if she was there. John, my love, I swear it's I'll tell you the story of the old and dark road. By the fireside, it's the old and up my line. The darling girl that is now my darling wife. I have a lovely daughter and a son to push me on. And all because I raised I had to go and marry. Way down the woodland shore, my love I swear it is true. And I tell you the story of the old and dark road. And when she started laughing,
Rub him over now, he's alright, there we go. Have room in your complexion.
lay down the woodland shore, my love I swear it is all. How many stitches? Do it up enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in a row.
To the Hydemars.
There's only someone in that hand.